Hello friends, here we are in my backyard, and first of all I beg your pardon. I must apologize because I will butcher your language. Yep, as you can see, I'm not a native English speaker. I am Catalan, and I'm making a big effort for explaining you this kind of secret, or forgotten skill of making tinder out of a thistle, out of a vegetal. This is a very old kind of tinder. I recovered it, or maybe rediscovered it, due to interviews with all people from my region, and it's a very good tinder because you don't need a previous fire for making it. That is very worth. Is pliable, yeah, and it comes straight from the nature. You only need to work it a bit. Yeah. Well, the material is this. This fluffy, spongy thing is what we will obtain after working the thistle in the manner I will explain you. I will try to make a coal, but I'm profusely bleeding, yeah, and it will become a bit difficult. This piece of chart is not the best also, and it's a very humid day. You can see the frogs. Let's try. Yeah. At the first or second attempt, can you see the ember? Can you see the smoke? Well, it's impossible to take off the fire now. Do you know how to make this? I will explain you in a moment. Stay with me. Here we are, in this place, very close to the road. We have plenty of this kind of thistle. There are many types of thistles. Only a few are the thistles that we can use for making this kind of tinder. For me, the best tinder that can you find in the wilderness. This is my favorite thistle, but there are many species that can work. What you must look for is that when you brokening the leaf, you can see, I'm not sure, but you can see some threads or maybe hairs inside. When breaking slowly, it's very difficult with only one hand. You can see this kind of threads, yeah? Well, this is the tinder. During the process, we will break down all the leaf-like material, and this kind of hairs will remain. These hairs is the tinder. Be careful when cutting thistles because they have a lot of thorns and you can be injured. I will saw the thistle and I will see us at my home. Thanks. Well, here we have the entire plant we have collected. It's still green, yep. And we must remove all the leaves from the stalk. We only will work with the leaves. It's very useful to have a stick and some pliers. Remember, the thistles have a lot of thorns and it's not funny to prick yourself. Yeah, you can only pull, yeah, and remove all the leaves. Yeah, if you break it, don't worry. It's a very usual plant. We can have more. Yeah. Do it until you only have the stalk. Yeah. And then we will put all the leaves under the sun for a few days now is virtually summer, yeah, until the leaves become cracky and crispy. Then we will work it a lot, smashing it, in order to remove all the chlorophyll parts, all the thorns, and the only thing will remain are these threads or fluffy material that will become our tinder. Hello friends! 3 days later, after 3 days of scorching hot sun, we have all the thistle thoroughly dry, is crispy and crunchy, and my wound is healed. Be aware of playing with flint or chert, yeah? Now the process starts. We need to pound, to smash all the dry leaves and making a kind of dry pulp, yeah? You can start like this with a wooden hammer or maul, yep, pounding and smashing all the crispy leaves, yeah, and you will have a kind of hamburger, yeah, very dry, but this a cake, yeah, of smashed thistle, yeah. We must work it a lot. If you will, you can use gloves, it's easier, yeah. And while making it, we break all the green stuff, yeah, and only remains the fluffy, the spongy fabric, yeah, this kind of cotton. After working it a bit, you can see that drops all the thorns and all the green material, yeah, and only remains the hairs, yeah, this kind of cotton. We can work it a bit more, yeah, only for breaking all the structures and on the stalks, yeah. Can you see all the dust that drops off? Yeah. Can you see the cake? Sometimes it's easier to make it over a wooden block like this, yeah, maybe plying it a bit. Be aware of the thorns. We must repeat this process many times, yeah, and sometimes it's easier to work with a bucket or with some kind of recipient. You can put it inside, yeah. Sorry for the camera, yeah, working it like this, and when you remove all this cake, the thorns and the dry leaf will fall, yeah. We must do it so many times, yeah, and I will show you the next step. Well, now we have all the material very thin, yeah, very soft, with all the fibers broken. Now it's time to refine it and to end this process. You can use a concrete block for rubbing it against, yeah, it's one option, but I prefer to use a sieve or a strainer. Yeah, you put it on. Can you see all the dust, thorns, pieces of leaf that are dropping? Yeah. Well, we can help this process using a glove, yeah, and your hand. Only rubbing, yeah, the material against the sieve, yeah. Refining all this and making a sort of cotton-like material. Some people think it's better to compare with wool, but not at all. Wool is not flammable. Yeah, this is a kind of cotton. Yeah, work like I'm doing. Yeah, until you cannot see any remaining of thorns, stalks, or anything like this. Only this fluffy material. Only what is the tinder. Yeah, I think with only 5, maybe 10 minutes, I will end up with this. Remember that in the nature you can find these leaves dried at the end of the summer, for example, but sometimes the worms, yeah, have eaten and the leaves and all this material is rotten. Then it's preferable to dry up your own green leaves. Yeah. I will be with you in some minutes. Wait for me. Well, after working a few minutes, we have the tinder, yeah? The thistle tinder. It's like cotton. You can't see any remaining of thorn or stalk. You may remove all the stalks and other things by hand if you want to refine it a lot. And you now have this material, pliable. You can carry it inside a pouch alongside with your striker, with your flint. You cannot do it with charcloth or amadou. And now I will try to light this. At the beginning maybe it's not compact enough. Yeah, you need to compact it a bit, and this sunny day is not the best for seeing the sparks, but here we go. Can you see the smoke? Maybe at the third attempt we have fire. It's amazing, amazing. I made this striker. It's not the best one of the world, yeah. I'm not a blacksmith. And this piece of flint is not sharp, yeah. Only imagine what you can do with this kind of tinder. I hope you appreciate this secret, this way to make tinder straight from the nature, and I hope you enjoy your time working it and using it. I think it's my best apportation to the bushcraft world, and I only beg you that remember this video. I'm sorry for the English level. I promise you I will study a lot. See you soon, friends. See you soon.